It's a blue sky Sunday in Seattle as we bring you down towards the ballparks. You got the clink, and then right next door, that's where we are, Safeco Field, as the Mariners look to take the series from the Chicago White Sox. And these fans enthusiastic as they make their way into the ballpark as the wind coming in from left field, the prevailing winds, and maybe that portends victory for the Mariners as they send Erasmo Ramirez to the mound against John Danks. Welcome everybody to Mariner Baseball. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew on hand here in this beautiful day. Glad you've joined us wherever you're watching us from. Let's take a look at the Chicago White Sox batting order that will face Erasmo Ramirez.
For manager Robin Ventura, Diaz will lead things off, and then it is Ramirez. Abreu the DH today. See what he's done in the American League. 31 home runs, slugging .613. Want to be careful with him again, the DH hitting third. Dunn back in the lineup. He will be the cleanup hitter. Viciado, Gillespie, Flowers. Jordan Danks hitting eighth. His brother John Danks on the mound, but Jordan Danks hitting eighth, and Beckham rounding out the nine for the White Sox. For Ramirez, just called back up, the 4.35 ERA in 60 innings. He has 52 strikeouts, 31 walks. Want to stay away from the walks today. Opponent's average .260. He's given up 10 home runs this year. And the defense for the Mariners, Ackley in left. Jackson is in center field. Chris Denorfia getting the start in right. Kyle Seager at third base. Taylor and Cano playing up the middle. Logan Morrison at first base. And Jesus Sucre will do the catching.
Well, here we go. And I like some of the things that Lloyd McClendon said about Erasmo Ramirez. You know, he's had trouble sometimes. The strikes are too good. Got him into trouble in spring training. First pitch is off the plate to Diaz. Lloyd said yesterday, sometimes you got to be a little bit wider and a little bit lower. Mix it up a little bit.
There is an art to pitching off of the plate, and I think at times you also have to get hitters uncomfortable.
Umpires for today's ballgame. Marvin Hudson, a catcher at Piedmont College in Georgia, has balls and strikes. Toby Basner, Hunter Wendelstadt, and Mike DeMuro, the rest of the crew. Fouled off by Diaz.
For the White Sox, they are a good hitting club. They are 7th in average, 6th in runs, 5th in home runs. Mariners pitching has done an excellent job, even in the loss yesterday, but an excellent job in this series holding down this offense. The White Sox have had their struggles on the mound, 13th in ERA, so hopefully the offense can pick things up today.
Some popped up, out of play. 2-1 win yesterday for the White Sox. But good signs from James Paxton. 6 1/3, 6 hits, 1 run. It was earned, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. Good performance by the big left-hander. Shame they could not get him a couple of runs.
Well, the good news with that is he looks as if he's healthy. Topped out at 97 miles an hour last night. Had a good breaking ball working for him. Was sharper than his first outing off the DL. So he looks like he's back into form again. Absolutely.
Pointed right direction. Good points of growth in both starts. Taken for a ball. Counters run full. 75 degrees with a little bit of a breeze out of the west at 9 today.
For Ramirez, his last 5 starts, a 1.33 ERA. He has really pitched well. Fastball, slider, curveball, changeup, and I think the biggest difference for him is commanding his fastball as he loses Diaz here to walk him leading off the game. But his changeup has been his best pitch. So look for a number of changeups today.
Couldn't ask for a better situation here in Seattle as this wonderful weather continues. The breeze a little bit more extended than we've had the last couple of days. It is absolutely comfortable. Humidity not a factor. Here's Alexi Ramirez, shortstop. Strike one, Alexi. Feel like lemonade, this is your day. Good commerce going on in this ballpark. You gotta like it. Line drive, center field. Austin Jackson takes care of it. One away.
As we watch Ramirez pitch today, Lloyd McClendon, his bullpen is in good shape. Fernando Rodney, the only reliever that has pitched the last couple of days. So the guy's out in the bullpen ready to go. And you have the luxury of Felix Hernandez on the mound tomorrow, so you can expect 7+ from him.
Get here early too. Big crowd expected. Extra sections. The King's Court. Big test here for Ramirez against Jose Abreu. Abreu, American League home run RBI leader, second in total bases, first in slugging. Coming over from Cuba, huge signee by the White Sox. Off-speed pitch at 79 miles an hour, 1-1.
There you go, 31 home runs, and yes, he can hit it out of any part of the ballpark. In this series, the ball seems to be carrying better to right field. A little bit of a breeze blowing in from left again today.
Ground ball to Taylor. His hop flips to Cano. Throw over for the double play. Nobody makes it look easier than Robinson Cano. It's unbelievable. I mean, day in and day out, you say, that guy's really good. Mariners coming to bat. Learning to love baseball at an early age. I salute their parents. Good to have them here in the ballpark. Safeco Field, the site. Let's take a look at the Mariners batting order against John Danks.
This afternoon starting lineups brought to you by Chevron. Austin Jackson leading up, a 400 hitter against Danks, and it's actually Cano. Cano in his career against John Danks, a 462 hitter with a home run and 2 RBIs. And it's Morales, Seager, DeNorfia getting the start in right field. He will hit 6. Morris in a 10-game hitting streak, hitting 7th, and it's Taylor and Sucre rounding out the 9 for the Mariners.
Lefty John Danks, first pitch. In there for strike.
And for Danks on the year, it's been a struggle. A 9-7 record, but ERA just under 5. 99 strikeouts to 55 walks. A lot of walks for Danks.
Up the middle, base hit for Austin Jackson, his 8th hit as a Mariner.
Let's take a look at the defense for the White Sox as the Mariners get off to a good start, and that solid base hit from Jackson. Diaz will be in left field. Danks, Jordan Danks, the brother of John Danks, in center field. Viciedo in right. Gillespie, the third baseman. Ramirez and Beckham playing up the middle. Adam Dunn, normally a DH, he will be at first base this afternoon. Tyler Flowers will do the catching.
There's Dustin Ackley. He's looking for his first career hit against John Danks, 0 for 8. As you know, Mac has been very, very high. 349 his last 21 games since the All-Star break. Bottom 9, Detroit at Toronto leads 5-4. Jays threaten 1 out, 1 on. Cleveland trying to close out the Yankees in the 9th inning in the Bronx. 6-1 try, breaking ball hit foul. John Danks out of Austin, Texas, lives in Nashville. 29 years old. His career against the Mariners, 7-5 overall, a 3.07, and here in Seattle, 4-3 with a 2.56 ERA. There's a touch, and it'll be a tag here for the double play. Adam Dunn, room service ground ball.
And because he touched first, you have to tag the runner. Sliding into second, no longer a forced play. And a good play by Adam Dunn at first. Jackson almost kicking the ball out of the glove by Ramirez. But a quick 2 outs for Danks.
Both teams turned 3 double plays in last night's contest. Here's Robinson Cano. Second 2-out Tuve today, and batting in the American League. Robbie 0 for 4 with a run scored yesterday. He's got good numbers against Danks, 6 for 13 with a home run.
For Danks, velocity down a little bit for him. You'll see him in the upper 80s, maybe hit 90, 91 miles an hour. We'll use a cutter and a curveball. He has had his struggles this year.
He is pitching like he just read that 6 for 13 with a home run stat. Three 0. Mariners 4-1 on this homestand. They've won 7 of their last 11. Final game of the season series with the White Sox, tied at 3-3.
Mariners had a chance last night. If they would have won last night, they would have evened up their home record. They were not able to do that, so a couple of games under 500. I think if you look at the rest of the homestand, though, try to get this one today. You have a pitcher on the mound that has struggled in Danks, and then everything sets up for your pitching staff against the Blue Jays when they come into town, and maybe you can get out of town with a record over 500 or at least even with at 500 here at home.
That would be great. 3-2 to Cano. Again. Huge number 7 coming up.
Morales waiting on deck.
Three-2 to Cano. Taking for ball 4. Second base runner here for the Mariners. Bring up Kendrys Morales. Morales in his 15th game since returning to the Mariners. 9 for 52, hitting just a .173 in Mariner colors.
Mariners have done a good job against left-handed starters this year. The start of this game today, 9 games over 500 against left-handed starters. So that has worked out well for them. 24 and 15 on the year.
Way out front, 1-1.
There's the good changeup.
Dribbler takes to take care of it and throws out Morales. A quiet first inning. Double play turn by the Sox. No scores. We go to the second inning. Sports being brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, inviting you to an action-packed night of live professional boxing August 23rd. For tickets, go to theemeraldqueen.com. And by Ford, we are local. What a day we had here in Seattle yesterday honoring Lou Piniella. The afterglow still in the building. Lou was great. Enjoyed his visit up here in the booth about the fourth inning. It was good. We had a nice long inning, too. So
because it was going quickly up to that point.
He had, about 9 pitches over on radio. Here's Adam Dunn to lead it off. And again,
I still can't get over that Lou told us he's going whitewater rafting today. I just can't see it.
Wow. That is pretty wild.
Good for him. Going to go out and do some fishing tomorrow. That's how you enjoy the day.
He's working it too. What's the over-under? He's going to have 2 or 3.
Oh yeah.
Adam Dunn, one of the great sluggers of this era. I was looking up his numbers. 14 years. He's averaged 38 homers, 95 runs per year. Slumping a little bit lately. Big strikeout, home run, and walk guy during the course of his career.
Now you can see 0 for 19 in the month of August. So looking for his first base hit this month. The Mariners have the shift on Kyle Seager, the third baseman, on the right side of the infield. But he does have 17 home runs and always a threat.
Oh, no question. 457 career home runs.
You can see where Cano is out deep out on the right field grass. Cano is playing. That is Kyle Seager on the right side with him. Logan Morrison right on the line.
And he beats the shift.
And he gets his first base hit for the month. It jams him a little bit in on the hands, but strong enough, strong man, able to beat the shift.
Big Adam Dunn at first base. Bring up Diane Viciedo.
One of their hot hitters, Viciedo. A couple of home runs in this series.
Where'd they go?
Right field.
Some kind of strong. Working inside, at least with that first pitch, 1-0. 4, 5, and 6 here in the order. Second inning for Chicago White Sox. And all the summer treats here in this ballpark. 1-0. Down the line, hooking foul.
That was a good catch.
Yes, it was. No fries disturbed either.
No. Tray of food and the glove on. He was prepared.
Kids were probably pawing it. And she wants more. Hey, beat some of the video. We've seen the guys carrying a kid and then reaching up and catching the ball. 1-1. Vicious swing there, 1-2.
Oh, good fastball on the outside corner. It was elevated though, and he was trying to do some damage with it. Take a look at the swing by Viciedo. Good running fastball from Ramirez on the outside corner, but he wasn't up there trying to hit a single.
Up high for ball 2. How the Angels and Red Sox are feeling after playing 6 hours and 31 minutes of baseball, 19 innings. Albert Pujols with a game-winning home run. Tired with underlines, quotes, italics.
What a career for him. I think it was his 11th game-winning home run.
That's crazy.
Beautiful sky.
And our armed forces salute that lady or gentleman up there flying. That's got to be military. That's impressive. Mike Blowers will be conducting tours beginning next week that high up. Here's a 2-2.
Unless they're on the team playing with me.
Never want to go up, with seafair and everything? You ever want to go up the Blue Angels?
Nope.
That kind of stuff?
Nope. I enjoy their work. Right,
you know what I do?
I'm in my seat.
You know what I do when I see them? I do pretty much the same thing. Hey, good to see you, and here's a salute.
Yeah, exactly.
And thank you. Two and two. Cano. Nice flip. Taylor made double play. Thank you very much. 2 innings, 2 double plays.
Well, Taylor and Cano having some fun here early in the ball game. Turned a double play in the first inning to end the first inning. And then here it is, little backhanded flip out of the glove from Cano.
But led him right to it. Isn't that nice?
And they make it look easy. They make it look real easy.
Dunn did the veteran thing, just peel off. First time I ever saw it, I think I told you, the first time I ever saw it was Hank Aaron do that. And it was a hard hit. He just took himself right to right field.
There's no reason to slide if you're only halfway down there.
Amen, brother.
Get out of the way.
He's firing. Connor Gillespie. Good hitter. Checks in at 314.
Had the big hit last night.
Seventh in the league in hitting. Many of those balls when we see guys hitting ball off the very end of the bat without the chalk.
I've seen a number of them on this homestand. It's a good changeup by Ramirez. 80 miles an hour. Well located too on the outside corner and down.
They have to send some up here, big fella. 1-2. Tell you what, it's an impressive menu to choose from here at Safeco Field. Churros are your thing. Got those too. 1-2. Fly ball, right center field. Jackson taking charge, and he makes the play. Ramirez through 2 innings. Giving up 1 hit, no scores. We go to the home second. Kyle Seager's going to be leading it off. Second inning. And it is now time for you to tweet your photos using the hashtag Mariners fan photo for a chance to have it shown later in the game. Brought to you by AT&T. Kevin Vogt getting all this great video. Looking at Magnolia up top there. That's a new residential buildings moving up. It's Space Needle. Beautiful day to sightsee up in the air or on the ground here in Seattle. There's Kyle Seager to lead it off. 2 for 9 against John Danks. Seager, DeNorfia, and Morrison.
Kyle with a base hit and an RBI in last night's game drove in the 1 run for the Mariners. Leads the club in RBIs with 71.
Shift on against Kyle. That's not a hat I think I would add to my collection. That I would do. Checked against the sun. Seager calls time. There we go. Fouled off. 1 and 2.
Somebody lost a lemonade.
Not good.
Now they can get another one. They have plenty here.
This guy's keeping it cool with the umbrella. Big just blow up his cup.
Yeah. Right out of the hand.
Like a target practice. 1-2 here. Tough break. It's caught down there by the third baseman Gillespie. 1 away. The hunt for the postseason heats up tomorrow night. Mariners host the Blue Jays in the biggest 3-game series of the season so far. Be at Safeco Field when King Felix takes them out at 7:10. First 30,000 fans get a yellow K cloth to wave over their head as the Mariners and their ace are going to battle the Blue Jays. Visit Mariners.com for tickets. Let's fill those Safeco Field seats as the postseason chase intensifies. CenturyLink link to what's next. Drew Hutchinson against Felix. Jay Happ against Chris Young, and R.A. Dickey against Sashi Iwakuma. Look at it. 1-2 to DeNorfia. 1 for 13 since coming over from San Diego.
He's 3 for 6 against Danks in his career. Maybe this is the day he gets things going. Felix going tomorrow. Could get Felix and Verlander on Saturday against the Tigers. That'd be a good matchup.
And Chris goes down swinging. First strikeout for Danks. Strike 2 outs. Keep cool. Met talent. French Foreign Legion look.
Like the gloves on both hands.
I don't know how long she can maintain that pose.
Well, hopefully the shade will get to her soon.
Very soon, for her sake. 0-2. 2 outs, I should say. 2 outs for Logan Morrison.
Morrison with a 10-game hitting streak. Currently the longest active hitting streak in the American League.
Right field on a line. Off the wall. Morrison will hold with a long, loud single.
Well, unfortunately, not able to elevate it. Solid line drive. Keep in mind, Danks has given up 23 home runs this year. Only 3 of them to left-handers, but Morrison just misses one as he hits this line drive right in the middle of the wall. Pitch down, middle in.
Hitting streak to 11.
That will bring up Chris Taylor. He's had a base hit in all 11 of his starts.
John Danks given up 23 home runs. Only Marco Estrada. Milwaukee's given up more. He's given up 27. That's in the major leagues. That's a lot.
Did you happen to hear Chris Taylor's comments after the game last night?
I missed them.
Chris, in case you missed it, made an error. Oh, almost threw that one away. Chris made an error late in the game, and He was charging the ball. It went off the side of his glove.
Right.
They were asking him about it, and he said, well, you have an option. You can either try to get yourself set and get rid of it quickly, or basically charge it, run through the play. And I chose to run through the play. I like this. This is the comment I liked about it, that they asked him, well, do you think you maybe should have tried it the other way? And he said, none of that matters now.
For him,
that's what I decided. You have to make a decision quickly. I decided to do that. Now we'll just move on.
Well, you can appreciate
for a young
that.
player, that's, yeah, of course. For a young player, that was a good comment to make. And already a couple of double plays in the game today, so he's been able to put it behind him.
In my experience, I think baseball players do the best at putting stuff behind them. I mean, given the nature of the beast.
Well, they have the best opportunity because you're going to play the next day, so
right.
You really don't have much of a choice. Otherwise, it'll just eat you up, and you have to learn to do that. It was a tough situation. I thought he dealt with it great after the game, and back in the lineup today, which I like a lot too. Lloyd putting him right back out there, and again, a couple of double play balls here early. He's been able to turn because he really has played well for him. But you have to do that, Dave. You have no choice if you're going to survive, especially here.
It's just interesting, you know, as I go through my calendar year and you hear different attitudes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I get it. I get it.
So when I'm over here and I hear it, it's like, hey man, that's way different from what the other fellas are saying in their sports. A lot of times football guys, cornerbacks are generally really good, but sometimes you hear guys just beat themselves up for 3-4 days, and or the coaches will pound them.
Well, because you have that amount of time in between, it's difficult. You know, here you have the opportunity. Again, that's why I was happy that Lloyd put him back in the lineup today and let him go play.
Well, Skipper's definitely bullish on the young guys.
He's played well. Comes into the game hitting .372, and again, he's had a base hit in all 11 starts he's had.
Jordan Danks a few steps towards right for him. Send it to him. Foul back. Well, he's a regular. The Fez man of right field. Caught a home run last year. Long run for Viciedo, and can't get it. Early for the 10 o'clock, but he's ready for Mr. Rodney should that situation present itself. Old school look. Big brim. Just thin off the range, taking in a ball game. 2-2.
Well, good at bat, able to work the count. Get it back to full. Next pitch will be 8 in this at bat.
This is Soup Gray, ready for his first plate appearance. Off the end of the bat, might be enough. Let's see, it is base hit. Boy, by the time Beckham got to that ball, it had so much English on it. My goodness.
That was a good changeup from Danks. Right off the end of the bat, Beckham coming in, knowing the only play he has is the barehand. It wasn't able to pick it up, and that will be an infield hit for Chris Taylor. And Chris, you know what? Take them all. They're not always going to be line drives. Take every hit you can get.
Get well wishes to Willie Bloomquist underwent surgery a couple of days ago. I tried talking to him a couple of nights ago. We're talking about let's stick around, be around the guys. Got a great situation here, chance to do something, and was looking forward to being back at full strength before spring training next year.
You know he'll work hard at it, but it's a loss for the Mariners and Lloyd McClendon with the versatility of Willie, and he was really playing well.
He has been, Willie has been offering some sage advice to Brad Miller, who's been the starting shortstop until Chris Taylor's come up here and telling Brad, just little things about when to get ready. Hey man, you know, could be a pinch running situation, pinch it, get ready. Here's what you want to look for.
Which is great to have because Brad's never had to do that. He's played every day.
Exactly. 1-1. Another dribbler. That's going to work. How about this? Bases are loaded. Beckham just took his hat off at second base in disgust. Going, what the hey? Mariners have loaded him up.
Little jam shot. Gillespie tries to make the barehanded play. Fortunate that he actually had a piece of it. If this ball misses his hand, and stays fair, it goes off his thumb right there. Morrison maybe scores on that. Logan was running hard right there. You can see it right off his thumb.
What an opportunity. So Jesus Sucre with his 4th hit since being called up.
It's a great opportunity for the Mariners. They have the right guy up there in Jackson. He was hitting .400 off of Danks in his career coming into this game, and started the game off with a solid line drive base hit back up the middle.
All Robin Ventura can do is shake his head. I happen to look up and see Beckham at second base, take his hat off and bangs it with his thighs. Like, are you kidding me?
I've been there and done that. But on the flip side, if you're one of the base runners that's out there, you're thrilled with it. All this coming with 2 outs.
Another one in the bank. Base hit to center for Jackson. Leading off the home first. Got a rocket off the wall, and 2 infield hits have loaded him up. 2 infield squibbers.
The center fielder, Jordan Danks, shading towards right center field. Big gap in the left center field.
One.
See what he's done in his career, a .304 hitter. Looking for his first grand slam.
Seager started the inning off lining out to Gillespie. Strikeout and 3 hits. This one goes the other way, foul. So Austin Jackson's first at bat as a Mariner with the bases loaded. They're both aware of that. 1-2.
He's trying to keep the ball in on his hands. You can see on our EQC tracer all those pitches inside.
2-2 with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Mariners trying to break through here in the second inning. Morrison at third, Taylor at second, and Sucre at first. Like the shadow there. Good work, fellas. 2-2. And well, left field. Morrison's going to score. Taylor right behind him. Sucre to third. He's going to get the wave on. Here comes the relay. It is not in time. A bases clearing double by Austin Jackson, and the Mariners have a 3-0 lead. He showed the ownage Jackson had on Danks, and he comes through again.
Good at bat for Jackson. He starts him off with a curveball to get a first pitch strike. Then it was a number of fastballs in on his hands. And this looks like the curveball again. Tried to put him away with the curveball. And Jackson has had a lot of success against Danks. Good hustle by Sucre, the catcher today, to score from first. Big man running hard.
Good work. 3-0 lead for the Mariners. Look at Zunino. It ain't every day you see your catcher scoring from first.
Oxygen, please.
That will. What a
play.
Snag. Beautifully done by Beckham. Tip of the cap to that young man. Nice play. But the Mariners get what they want. A bases loaded double by Austin Jackson. Good extension here by Beckham. That's a fine play. Well done. 3-0 Mariners.
As we head to the third inning. Hi everyone, Angie Bentink here at the Forward Sports Desk. You know, there were several teams that had comfortable leads, at least when it comes to their positioning in the playoffs, but all of a sudden they've been bit a little bit by the injury bug. I mean, the Tigers lose Anibal Sanchez and Joaquin Soria. They got some double headers. This is really going to hurt coming up here. Tyler Skaggs for the Angels is gone for the year, undergoing Tommy John surgery. And then Nick Swisher, if you watch him run, you know that something wasn't right. Placed on the 15-day DL with the right knee. And guys, Brian McCann for the Yankees as well went on the 7-day concussion list. I forgot that they had the 7-day concussion list, but it's good to have that there because sometimes you don't want to lose a guy for 15 days.
Indeed. Thank you, Angie. He took a foul ball off his hockey mask and had to leave the game 2 days ago. His ground ball off the bat of Flowers. Taylor throws him out. One away. Here in the third, join the fun at Safeco Field when you stop by the Seattle Children's Playfield, located in center field. Your youngsters will enjoy the playground while you watch the plays on the field, live from HD TVs. We'll see you and the entire family at the ballpark. And it's right behind. Clyde's on the right. There's Clyde, our camera guy out there. That's where the Children's Playfield is. Jordan Danks, younger brother of John, playing in center field today. Entered yesterday's game. Pinch hitter in the 10th inning. Reached center fielder's choice. Stole second and scored the winning run.
A good homestand for the Mariners in a lot of different respects, but one of them that I've liked is they've taken advantage of some opportunities for them. We've seen some errors that other clubs have made, the Braves and the White Sox, and they take advantage of that. A couple of infield hits in this last inning, and you need somebody with 2 outs to come up with a big base hit, and Jackson able to do that. We've seen that quite a bit here on this homestand. It's good to see this time of the year.
Just got a piece of it.
Good changeup from Ramirez again. I think that's been his best pitch over his last 5 starts for the Mariners, a 1.33 ERA. Been pitching well lately.
Oh, 2 pitch. Kudos to the bottom third of the Mariners order. Morrison with a base hit, 2 infield scribbers off the bat. Taylor and Sucre, and Jackson brings him in for the 3-0 lead. Ramirez looking to post another 0. The base hit to Danks. One out base runner here in the third. Bring up Gordon Beckham, the second baseman.
This looks like it's on the changeup, out in front of it a little bit as you look at our McDonald's Super Mode, but able to keep his hands back just long enough in time as he hits it off the end of the bat. Top spin line drive into right field.
Here's Beckham. Fouls first pitch back. Gordon 1 for 3 in last night's ball game.
.222 average with 7 home runs for Beckham. Made a really good play to end the bottom of the second inning, robbing Dustin Ackley of a base hit and an RBI.
Strike 2. Mariners have already turned 2 double plays. In position for a third here if they can get the ground ball they're looking for. One and two. Good look at Ramirez's work via the shadow. Shadow baseball. Two and two. Aaron Sintab on our Super Mo. He's doing a great job with these shots. That's a big strikeout. 2 down. Gordon Beckham goes down swinging. First strikeout for Ramirez. 2 away here in the third.
We talked about Ramirez when he gets ahead of hitters making 2 good pitches. He made 3 really good pitches. Elevated a fastball. Beckham took it. Then a slider off the plate, was able to take that. And then he elevates the fastball again.
2 outs, a man aboard. Let's back to the top of the order, and Alejandro Diaza. Diaza with a walk. Raced in a double play. Ramirez gets out in front. 1-1. Easy comebacker. And Ramirez throws out Diaza, and the Sox are done in the third. Mariners lead at 3-0. Cano, Morales, and Seager coming to bat. We return.
Coming to bat here in the bottom of the third. They lead it 3-0. Hi, everyone. Angie Mentink here. Now, yesterday, the Cleveland Indians combined to throw a 5-hit shutout against the Yankees. Today, they nearly replicated. Only 5 hits. The Yankees actually did manage one in the 9th inning. The Indians 4.5 games out of the second wild card spots. That's good when these two teams in the wild card race play each other, guys.
Right you are. Big win for Cleveland. Kansas City a 7-4 lead, 8th inning at home against San Francisco. How about Detroit had to put Soria and Sanchez on the DL. Really hurts their pitching staff. Cano walked his first time. Mariners trying to go 5-1 on this homestand after today. 3 games with Toronto before heading back east for Detroit, Philadelphia, and Boston. No, it's really been something all year. Very consistent. Hitting a ton of home runs. He's driven in 22 runs with his 9 homers. Two. Must be gave it a chase, but comes up empty.
Talking about Robinson, the thing that's amazing to me about him, and we've seen it at times, but it's only for a game or two. But typically he stays in the strike zone. You see a lot of really good hitters. They'll go through a week or two where they have a tough time picking the ball up. They're not in position to hit. And we've seen that for him, but it's a lot shorter period of time. It's a day, maybe 2, and then he gets it right back. Walked his first time up.
As he popped up. Right fielder coming in. Well, start to get away from him. Viciedo makes a play. RBI Baseball is back with all 30 MLB teams, and 2014 players get the retro 2-button style baseball game you've been missing. Visit RBIGame.com for more details and download today on your console and mobile device. Kendrys Morales, little comebacker to Danks. What are you seeing in his stroke lately?
Kendrys, for me, I think that he's been swinging the bat better from the right side of the plate, the switch hitter, and that's fairly normal. The problem is he's going to get the majority of his bats hitting left-handed. But right-handed, we've seen him come up with some big base hits, and the reason why I like it is because his base hits have been the other way. Now, yesterday, when we had Lou in the booth with us, he came up with a good base hit, hitting the ball the other way against the ship, which our good friend Lou Piniella really enjoyed that. So hopefully things will start turning around, but you can see what he's done right-handed compared to left-handed. Righty, he's been better. And I think we've seen that, and it's because he hits the ball the other way. Typically, clubs are going to pitch him away like that last pitch was. And you have to just take what they're going to give you. And that, I think that he will get there.
That's the sentiment in the clubhouse.
Yeah,
it's coming.
Sometimes you just try to do too much, especially when you first get to your new ball club. And so hopefully he'll settle in, start taking his base hits.
Bounces one to the shortstop, Ramirez. Actually throws him out, 2 away. Bring up Kyle Seager. Soft liner to Gillespie. Third baseman who had shifted over to the shortstop position, and now they move for Mr. Seager again.
Unfortunately, with just the one guy, Gillespie, on the left side of the infield, Kyle hit the line drive right at him. But I really liked his approach with a couple of strikes.
I don't know where their allegiances are.
We'll see if they're still sitting together by the end of the game.
Good call. Very good call. 2 outs. Strike 1 to Kyle.
And they keep the shift on for Kyle. He'll head into it.
Here's Beckham. Throws him out. Quiet inning in the third. Mariners lead 3-0 on a bases loaded second inning double by Austin Jackson. Sports is brought to you by CenturyLink, your link to what's next. By BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. And by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, try Jack's Spicy Chicken Club Combo for just $4.99 plus tax. Good look at the iconic Space Needle here in Seattle. Beautiful, sunny, blue sky Sunday here in Seattle. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew. Mariners trying to make it 5-1 on the homestand. Trying to Blue Jays. They're up next. They'll be in for 3 night games, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And some really terrific pitching matchups in front of us.
And the good news for the Mariners, some early run support for Ramirez, and he's pitched well through the first 3 innings, giving up just 2 hits.
Ackley to his left. Gives way to Jackson. 1 down. Ramirez 0 for 2. That'll bring up Jose Abreu. Bounced into an inning-ending double play in the first. Ramirez's only win of the season was back on April 1st at the Angels, 8-3. Went 7 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned, no walks and 6 strikeouts. Struggle since then. Multiple trips up and down between here and minor leagues.
With Abreu hitting the right-hander, the Mariners will put the shift on, so Cano over on the left side of the infield. We're going to take a look and you can see how far away from first base Morrison is. We'll have to hustle to get back over there. A couple of good sliders from Ramirez.
Who's the other? We've seen one other right-hander shifted like this at most.
Well, we've seen a couple. When Smoke was up here, they would do it to him when he would hit right-handed.
That's
Smokey
2.
was one of them. I believe we saw it a couple of times with Corey Hart.
Really swung around. And he strikes him out on 3 pitches. Nice work by Ramirez. 2 quick outs in the 4th.
Again, a good job. You were talking about it, Dave, at the start of this thing with Ramirez and some of his issues, and that is throwing too good a pitch when he's ahead of hitters. And you can see that last pitch right above the letters. Elevated fastball, 0-2 count, and throws it by him after a couple of breaking balls away. And we've seen that a couple of times in this game today where he's done a really good job of staying away from that problem that he had.
To which the skipper said he's starting to get it. We're coming to an understanding with the young man.
Well, he's been, Lloyd, he's honest with his guys, and he's been really honest with Ramirez on what his thoughts are. And eventually, you know, keep beating your head against the wall. Figure it out.
Feels good when it stops.
Yeah, feels good when it stops. That's right. Mariners with the shift on and done, hitting now on the right side of the infield. Cano out into the grass in right field. Kyle Seager, the third baseman, on the right side of the infield. There you get a good look at the shift. Morrison on the line.
I thought they needed a search party for Cano last time. So far out there.
Well, he's out there pretty good. High fly ball close to the fence. He might be able to go up over the wall, bring it back.
1-2.
Can't say I blame him, though, with Dunn hitting.
We've all seen this guy hit. When he gets a hold of one, it puts a nice, easy-looking swing on it. There's a tremendous amount of power.
Pretty good fastball right at the top of the strike zone. Did not get the call.
Marvin Hudson has balls and strikes today. 2 out, nobody on, and a 3-2 pitch to Adam Dunn. Broken bat, base hit.
Well, he has now beat the shift twice, hitting into it. One was off of his hands, and this one off the end of the bat. Sounded like he broke his bat.
And coming up next, our CenturyLink link to what's next. The Blue Jays in town. Drew Hutchinson, Jay Happen, Ari Dickey against Felix Krishung and Sashi Iwakuma. Double-figure winners for the Mariners. Felix, before long in this town, is going to have his name and face on everything. This one hit pretty deep to center field, but Jackson's there. Off the bat of Viciedo. And that'll do it. No runs, a hit. No errors, and a man left. 3-0 Mariners. Sucre. Here's why, our Seattle City Light power play. At full gallop, we don't always get to see the catchers get it going.
That's not often the catchers. You talk about the speed game. First, the infield hit. And then that scoring from first base on the base hit by Jackson down into the corner. The big man running hard. And how about a little high five from Logan Morrison? He knows he was working hard to get around the bases. And Mike Zunino, the day off, trying to cool him off a little bit.
That's good. It's a close team, man. Going into the clubhouse before and after games, just a close group of guys. The pictures the other day after Medina buckled Ramirez. I mean, the smiles on their faces, and they were trying to suppress the laugh. It was great. Pull for each other really hard. Here's Chris DeNorfia, Logan Morrison, and Chris Taylor are in the fourth. Another dribble.
Fair ball.
Underhand scoop gets him.
Good play.
One away. DeNorfia 0 for 2 today.
Cued off the end of the bat. It looked like it might go foul, but it stayed right on the line. A good look from our McDonald's Supermo as DeNorfia runs around it to the inside part, and then Flowers, the catcher, will come up, pick it up, and a quick underhand toss to get DeNorfia.
Good form for bocce ball. That's a long underhand toss too. Logan Morrison singled off the right field wall. Can't hit it much harder than he did.
That extends his hitting streak. Longest hitting streak in the big leagues right now, or excuse me, the American League right now, at 11 games.
Got Chris Woodward
looking to add to it.
One to Lomo.
Right at him.
Yep. The hit chart not lying. He's pointing at you, see if he pointed at Lexi. What are you doing there?
Wow.
Quick 2 outs. He hit that right on the screws, for crying out loud. High to Chris Taylor.
It's 1 for 1. The score to run in this one.
Big rip. 1-1. Such is the nature of baseball. Lumol hits the heck out of the ball. Watch this. He thinks he's got a base hit. Lexi's watching this. Look at him. He's going to. What are you doing? Move over. Hanging up. Diaza coming in. Fighting the side.
Missed it.
Missed it. Taylor doing the right thing. He's at second base. Came in with confidence, and then all of a sudden, I can't find it. 2-base hit.
I think Jordan Danks maybe was going to be able to make the play, but it looked as if Diaza had it the whole way until right at the end. He loses it, and the ball falls right by his shoulder, his left shoulder, and hits the ground. Chris Taylor, you're right, doing the right thing, running hard the entire way. And another break for the Mariners. See if they can take advantage of it with a couple of outs.
5th double for Chris Taylor. Here's Sucre. Dribbler down the third baseline for a base hit. Chris Taylor. Squiver going to the second baseman. Beckham couldn't make the play on, and now a Sun double. Taylor's 2 for 2.
Couple of line drives in tomorrow's box score day.
Amen, brother. That's exactly right. He hit the ball well on Friday with 3 for 4. This one hit well, but foul.
Interesting against Danks. He's given up 23 home runs this year, and 20 of them to right-handed hitters. Right-handed hitters hitting .280 with 20 home runs off of Danks.
Offensive swing fouled off. McClendon's ball club 61 and 55, right in the thick of things for the wild card chase. 1-2. Coming in is Jordan Danks. He had it all the way. Chris Taylor stranded at second. We go to the 5th inning and a 3-0 Mariners lead. With a 3-run double in the second inning. Here's a look at the Mariners calendar brought to you by Sleep Country USA. 3 games with the Blue Jays. Sweet battle for playoff positioning, wild card playoff positioning, then a heck of a road trip coming up. Detroit, Philly, and Boston. Detroit's bullpen, Mike, a little shaky right now. Soria on the DL. Anibal Sanchez, one of their starters, just went on the DL.
Well, they were already shaky, and that's the reason why they made the move to get Soria.
Yeah.
And now, as you mentioned, unfortunately for them, going on the disabled list.
Gillespie, Flowers, and Danks here in the 5th. Their starters, not too shabby.
Sanchez is a big loss, though. Uh-oh.
Taylor, sunglasses.
I like the flip downs, the one that
I figured you would.
Yeah, I like that. There you go. Back up they go.
Old school.
That's right.
Are they difficult to find anymore? Seriously, I mean, because do they make? I mean, everybody had them back when you were playing, and it's probably during your group was the one that wore them.
I doubt that you can go to your local sporting goods store and find them anymore. These guys right here, they can order them. That's not a problem.
No, understood. No, I got
that. But not
that.
many use them anymore.
Okay. Yeah.
I liked them. Having the glasses on, the regular glasses, I had a hard time with those on, and I think it's more difficult for the infielders. Some of them can do it, but there you can see it's a little bit easier maybe for the outfielders. But I always felt depth perception was an issue for me, so that's why I like the flip downs.
Tyler Flowers grounded out to short. About this developing story we have in front of us, Erasmo Ramirez. Here he is in the 5th inning, and he's got a lead.
Well, he's been pitching well. Again, his last outing, he was really good in his last outing before he was sent back down again against the Mets. He went 7 innings, gave up just 2 earned runs, 5 hits and 2 earned runs, but he's going to hit Flowers.
Dominic Leone warming up. Let's check in with Angie Menting. What's doing in the playoff chase?
All right, this is the thing, guys. It seems like replay review seems to bite the Mariners over and over again. It bit the Tigers today, because here's the deal. They were leading 5-4. Toronto had a runner on first. Anthony Gose ends up stealing second. He is called out, and they actually review it. He is called safe, and then he later scores. So now that game is in the top of the 12th inning because the Toronto Blue Jays were able to score the tying run in the bottom of the 9th. But I guess the whole point is to get it right, guys.
Absolutely. That's the way it goes. There's Ackley giving chase. Nothing doing there. 0-1 to Jordan Danks. A single to right, his first time up. Yeah, about those flip glasses. I was wondering some of the other manufacturers that the guys are that favor them now. Do they make them, or is it still the 1 or 2 manufacturers who make the flips?
No, I think with most of the guys now, and it seems that every company that these guys wear, especially, you just look at their shoes that they're wearing, they probably make some sort of sunglasses, and they can pretty much order what they want. I like the flip some.
Got your kids wearing them?
No, are you kidding? I didn't say they were cool. What is Robinson Cano wearing? Regular glasses? What do you think my kids are wearing? Exactly. There you go. I mean.
Good Nike glasses there.
You know better than that.
I do, but I just want to get your reaction.
They don't care what I wore.
Yeah, but Uncle Robbie's wearing Nikes.
That's it.
That's funny.
I keep getting hits, Chris. Maybe they'll change.
Yeah, see, there's the benefit of the flips. If you need them quick, you flip them down. I mean, it's kind of hard in the middle of a pop-up to put them down there. The Oakley boys getting a pop here. Umpires never wore sunglasses. I don't remember umpires wearing sunglasses 30 years ago. Hit pretty well. It's going to get down in front of DeNorfield. And Danks 2 for 2.
Well, after hitting Flowers, now the base hit with Danks. First time that Erasmo has been in any kind of trouble in this game. First time the White Sox have had a runner in scoring position. But Jordan Danks, the center fielder, a couple of base hits, both of them going into right field.
Brings up Gordon Beckham, 1 out, 2 on. Dominic Leone heating up.
We talked about it at the start that Boys bullpen in really good shape. Getting this spot start from Ramirez. 65 pitches now, 45 strikes for Ramirez. Doing a good job on first pitch strikes. 17 batters, 13 first pitch strikes.
4 hits given up by Ramirez, 2 to Jordan Danks batting out of the 8-hole.
Erasmo has been able to get a couple of double plays, and he could use one right here.
1-1. So Adam Dunn has 2 hits. Danks has 2 hits. Shut down everybody else. All 4 of those singles have gone to right field. Old school Sox, thinking back to '83 when they won the AL West. Two and 1. Here comes Lloyd McClendon. I think he's seen enough. Erasmo maybe hurt himself or what? Comes Lloyd. He comes bounding out of the dugout with a 2-1 count.
Or maybe he just wants to deliver a message. We've seen that from Lloyd. And he's going to take the ball from him. He's seen enough.
Tell by the way he was walking out. He got certain body language, certain strolls. That was one of them. You're done. 3-0 lead for the Mariners. Threatened here in the fifth. Time now for a Geico this state in MLB history. Some big ones here. Ted Williams hits home runs number 5, 12, and 13. The killer, Harmon Killebrew, number 500, 501. Big Mac is 38. And last year on this date, Ken Griffey Jr. went into the Mariners Hall of Fame. And then look what happens here. We got a wedding party. We got their own section up there. Doing wedding pictures at the ballpark. They're just on the big screen to a big applause. And there's the photog. There's the photog. Congratulations.
Congratulations. You bet.
He's got his Mariner cap on. There we go. On the big screen, they're showing a wedding couple, and the group just put on the Mariner cap. Good deal. Nice touch.
Well, Dominic Leone will take over for the Mariners. Good fastball from Dominic. He'll be 95 miles an hour with a hard slider.
Lloyd did not like what he saw. 2-1 count. He made a decisive move. I could tell by the way he's walking out that
doesn't trust him yet.
Nope.
I think it's a little bit easier move to make when you have the best bullpen in the American League to turn to.
Oh, and that's what he's thinking. Yeah. Hey, I got this guy's out here nickel and diamond. Come on, I need somebody to come out here who's going to go
He has
after.
an early lead, and this is an important game. You have a big series coming up, and he knows that. And I think that with the best bullpen in the American League, and they're all rested, good to go, let him finish it up.
Oh, advancement. Count runs full. Gordon Beckham, who struck out his first time. And Dominic Leone early on, say what, mid to late spring, and then he firmed it up in the first part of when he came up in April. Earned the respect of Lloyd.
I think it was his very first outing when he was called up. He came in out of the bullpen, throwing fastballs and going right after guys. And I think that right then, well, he hasn't gone anywhere since.
Here's Cano, middle man there on the double play started by Seager. Third double play turned by the Mariners in 5 innings. And Lloyd McClendon, decisive move, pays off. Mariners lead 3-0. 2-1 on this homestand before Toronto comes to town. Step up to the plate and hit one out of the park with savings on Sound Transit. Rethink your commute and visit soundtransit.org. King Street Station. We look at a lot of Sunday, at least in that portion. That's the 5. Smith Tower in the foreground. And Beacon Hill at the top of the screen. A lot of traffic on 5 right now. There's Austin Jackson to lead it off. Fouls it off.
Austin having a good day. 2 for 2, a double, and he has driven in all 3 runs for the Mariners.
It's what McClendon always talks about. I like to do it Frank Sinatra my way. That's what he did in that inning. Got the double play and worked out well for him. Get out of the potential tight spot. Off the fist. Ramirez field. Throw out Jackson.
What I can tell you on that is it's nice to have Prince, but he's not here to make them. Right?
Never forget him saying that early on. The Mariners Team Store Fan Dream Stakes. That contest going on for just one more day. When you stop by any of the 5 convenient Mariner Team stores to sign up, you're automatically entered to win one of 10 great prizes, including authentic Mariners apparel, a photo with the player, even a chance to throw out the first pitch. Deadline tomorrow. Be sure to stop by a Mariner Team store to enter. Here's Ackley, 0 for 2. Robbed by Beckham. Nice diving, snaggable one-hopper to his left. And that ended the second inning. Dustin grounded into a double play his first time. Behind here on 2. Nice job by Chris Woodward to field it. Andy Van Slyke in the bench, or in the bench area in the dugout, after suffering a knee injury last week. All 2 strikes. Top's done. He says something to Chris Woodward. 2 outs.
Well, he knows that Chris is the infield instructor, so maybe he was asking him how his form was on that grounder. I thought it was pretty good. Bent the knees, looked the ball all the way into his glove. No problem.
And didn't have to go left or right carrying that big body. That's a party there. Elton John must have come through town recently, or maybe they came from a concert somewhere in the country. White Sox fan. Strike 1 to Ravi, a walk and a fly to right. Mariners 3 runs coming in the second inning. 2 out, bases loaded, bases clearing double by Jackson. Fly ball to Danks. Jordan Danks, and a 1-2-3 inning for his brother John. In the 5th, the Mariners lead at 3-0. Jackson in the second inning with 2 outs, bases loaded.
Good inning for the Mariners. 2 outs, and they loaded the bases up. Loaded them up for Jackson, who hit the double down in the corner. Jackson came into the game hitting .400 off of Danks. And Sucre, the catcher, scoring all the way from first with a couple of outs. Mike Zunino cooling him off. Mike getting the afternoon off, well-deserved afternoon off. But Austin Jackson really having a nice day.
2 for 3. And his 4th run batted in since coming over from Detroit.
Well, Lloyd McClendon brought Dominic Leone in with 1 out in the 5th inning. Dominic will stay on, but Tom Wilhelmsen starting to get loose in the pen.
Top of the order here for the Sox: Diaz, Ramirez, and Abreu. Diaz today a walk and a comebacker to the pitcher. Two and 0. Dangerous hitter Diaz has got 5 triples. Tied for 6th in the American League. Two and 1. Just got a piece of it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sox have had 1 hit in each of the last 4 innings. Mariners have turned 3 double plays today. Up the middle. That's a base hit. Let's find out the latest happenings from Angie Mente.
Guys, it's the craziest thing. The Royals will not lose. They have won 7 straight now, 10 of their last 11, and they're facing the Giants today. Remember, the Giants are in the wild card hunt right now on the NL side of things, but 7-4 is the way it ends. Again, they've got a 7-game winning streak, so they knocked the Giants a half a game out of that 2nd spot over in the NL wild card race. Good thing, I guess, we took 3, all 3 from the Royals. Whew.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Pittsburgh and St. Louis started the day with San Francisco as the top 3 teams, so those 2 spots. There's Ramirez. Alexi Ramirez lined out to center and fly to center.
Well, it's a good point that Angie makes. The Mariners did what they could against the Royals, winning all 3 games in Kansas City. At that time, the Royals were one of the hottest teams in baseball. They cooled off after the Mariners left town, and the Mariners swept them, but can't control them anymore. They're done. You just have to take care of your own business. The good news for the Mariners is they're staying right there with them. Game and a half going into today, and as Angie mentioned, now winning 7 in a row for Kansas City. Mariners have a chance to win this series.
1-1 count to Alexi Ramirez. Sort of flexing, stretches back. Looked like he might have tweaked a little something on that swing.
Close play. Morrison looking towards the dugout. He thought he had him. Now take the slow walk to the mound, give him a chance to look at the video real quick.
Veteran play.
Yeah, right away he looked into the dugout. Now he's taking his time. Trent Jewett, bench coach, making the call, but he thought he had it. That's a quick move and a quick. Logan will put a quick tag on you. And it looks like he's out. It looks like he is out. And here comes Lloyd. It looks like he had him. Good job by Logan Morrison to buy the time for Lloyd to get a good look at it before he comes out of the dugout.
Good operation by the Mariners. That's well coordinated. Gave him the look.
Trent Jewett immediately on the phone.
Got to Jimmy Hartley to look at the video. What do you have?
Here.
And they're looking at the.
Take a look at it.
Root Sports
and it's
video.
right on the elbow before his hand hits the base. I think he had him. I think it's a good challenge, and I think he had him. Good timing on the move by Leon, too. As right when he's starting to get a little bit extra, he ends up throwing over to first, and a quick tag by Morrison at first.
Toby Besner, the first base umpire.
I think he's out.
Angels and Red Sox played 6.5 hours last night. They're tied 0-0 in the 7th right now.
Some heavy bats in that one today.
Oh. Yeah, no doubt about that. Everybody looking at the big board here.
One of the things I liked about that play was with Morrison is he let the ball travel. He didn't reach out to get the ball and then have that long tag back. He just let the ball travel and just put his glove out right down on the ground.
You got him by a couple of, maybe a couple of finger widths.
I think that makes the difference, and it's the reason why I think, anyway, from the replays we saw, that he was out. There's another look at it. And watch Morrison. He'll catch the ball right down by the bag instead of out in front. He lets it travel and then puts the tag on him. He's out.
In the meantime, Leon will make a few tosses to Sucre. Keep that arm nice and warm.
Gloves on him right there, and he still hasn't reached the base.
Taking a nice long look.
Yeah, there you go.
Good call.
Good call. Good play. Well done by Logan Morrison and the Lloyd McClendon staff. Lead off base hit, and you're able to get that out.
Good work by Lomo and Dominic Leon, picking off Diaz at first base. Meanwhile, a 1-1 count to Ramirez. 2 minutes 30 seconds on the overturn. The Seager throws out Ramirez. There's an affordable family fun at every BECU family night this season. Pick up select view level tickets for only $10. Next event's coming up Monday. King Felix and the Mariners take on the Blue Jays. 7:10 start time. Grab your seats for your family right now at Mariners.com. Jose Abreu, the hitter. CenturyLink link to what's next. Drew Hutchinson opposes the King. Felix Hernandez. Felix leading the American League in ERA with that 1.97. Leon ahead, 0-2. Shift on against Abreu. 2 out, nobody on. And he got him with 3 pitches. So a 1-2-3 inning, aided and abetted by the challenge, the overturn at first on the pickoff, and the White Sox are gone here in the 6th. 3-0 Mariners. The White Sox trying to get that homestand to 5-1. That'd be a heck of a record with Toronto coming in. Kendrys Morales, Kyle Seager, Chris Denorfia, 4, 5, and 6 here in the 6th inning against John Danks. Mariners 3 runs come in the 2nd inning. 2 out, bases clearing double by Austin Jackson. Morales fooled, slow roller. Throw down to first by Gillespie to retire Morales. There's one away here in the 6th. Root Sports looking for the ultimate Northwest Mariners fan in the state of Idaho throughout the month of August. Send us your photo and story using hashtag UltimateNWFan ID or by email, and you could win a VIP trip for 2 to Seattle in September, personalized jersey, and more. Official rules, visit rootsports.com.
And it looks like Tom Wilhelmsen will come on and pitch the 7th inning for the Mariners. Good work by Dominic Leone this afternoon.
There's Kyle Seager 0 for 2 today.
White Sox put the shift on with Kyle hitting. It's something we've seen all year with Kyle.
The opera glass is at work. Two and one. Nice comfortable breeze here at Safeco Field. Bright sunshine. Blue sky above. Can't beat it. 2-1. 3-1 to Kyle.
For Danks, 85 pitches, 61 strikes. He's thrown a lot of strikes today. Good job on his first pitch strikes. 23 batters, 16 first pitch strikes for Danks.
Playable. Gillespie hangs with it. 2 away. Bring up Chris Denorfia, who struck out. Hit a little dribbler in front of the plate, was thrown out by Tyler Flowers. Danks has retired 6 consecutive hitters, 8 of the last 9. Big swing and a miss by Denorfia. I like Mom's hat. Got the sun there. He's finishing off a lemonade. You gotta like that. Nice pitch. 27,236 attendance here today. One and 2 here to Chris. Here we go. Base hit for Chris Denorfia. His second Mariner base hit. Good for Chris. Now 2 for 16.
Solid base hit for Denorfia. Will make Lloyd happy. Get Denorfia moving in the right direction. His second base hit since joining the Mariners.
Here's Morrison. Line drive single off the right field wall. And hit a ball hard right up the middle where Alexei Ramirez is currently playing him. Alexei threw him out. Back in the 4th. Hit hard. Right it done. Oh my goodness. He's hit the ball hard 3 times. But it is a good sign, though, Mike.
Great sign. Keep hitting it hard. They'll start to find outfield grass for you.
being brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. By Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. And by Silver Reef Casino, I-5 exit 260, 4 minutes west. Look at this gorgeous day in the great Pacific Northwest. We're at Safeco Field in Seattle. Mariners lead at 3-0. Austin Jackson, second inning, 2 outs, a bases loaded double. Scored all 3 runs. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and the Root Sports crew as Tom Wilhelmsen takes over. He's the 3rd Mariner pitcher today.
Tom has pitched well for the Mariners, a 2.21 ERA in 61 innings. He has 53 strikeouts. Opponents hitting just 167 against him. And for Tom, good fastball. He'll be in the mid-90s with his fastball. Hard curveball, cutter, and changeup.
Big Tom's going to get 4, 5, and 6 here from the White Sox. Top of the 7th, Adam Dunn, Diane Viciedo, and Connor Gillespie. Adam Dunn having a good day. 2 singles to right field, beating the shift. Dunn 1 for 5 against Big Tom. Two and out. Tom's first strike. Mariner pitchers held Chicago to 5 hits, 1 hit in each of the last 5 innings. Meanwhile, the Mariners, 3 runs on 7 hits. They went for 3 runs on 4 hits. 7 men to the plate in the 2nd inning. And it made that lead stand up. Green 1. Detroit, Toronto 5-5 in the 13th. Toronto with a nice long trip here to Seattle after that ball game. And Boston now leads at the Angels 3-0, top of the 8th. High fly ball. Ackley with the glasses, the glove, battling the sun. Makes the catch. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Here's Viciedo, bounced into a double play, fly to center.
And good to see Tom get the first out. Struggled a little bit with his command, but now that he has now, maybe he'll settle in. He misses with that slider, well off the plate away.
One of Viciedo. 0 for 4 in last night's game. Homered in 4 at bats. 1 for 4 night on Friday. And hit a 2-run homer in Thursday's game. Way out front. Tom's got Viciedo, ball and 2 strikes. Struck him out. The 2-way. Here in the 7th inning, Friday, August 29th. Grunge will never have looked so good. That's because we're lighting up the sky to the songs of your favorite Seattle artists for our 3rd and final fireworks night of the summer. Enjoy a soundtrack that includes everything from Pearl Jam to Jimi Hendrix to Macklemore. Celebrate Seattle when you get your tickets to Fireworks Night versus the Nationals at Mariners.com. They'll be coming right out of the light stand right behind the Safeco Field side. Connor Gillespie for 2. Fly to center, pop to short.
Tom Helms is throwing hard this afternoon. He's been 95 to 97 miles an hour. Ty Viciedo with a good fastball, top of the strike zone. Viciedo, a good fastball hitter. Couldn't deal with Tom's fastball this afternoon.
Gillespie, 7th leading hitter in the American League, starting this afternoon.
It's a changeup. Typically would throw his changeup to left-handers. Rarely does he throw it to the right-handers.
Good to see him add that to his repertoire. There's a 1-2. Bounces away from Sucre, 2-2.
It was a pitch that he worked on and was able to pick up when he lost his curveball. He had that period of time where he couldn't find his curveball and throw it for a strike. Needed something else to go with his fastball, so he started working on the changeup. And now that his curveball is back, he has 4 quality pitches to go along with a slider too.
Dial up that big gas too, boy. That's impressive.
Yeah, throwing 97 today.
Center field. Here's Jackson getting some ground. Easy play. Tom Wilhelmsen. Nice inning. 1-2-3, 7th. Mariners with a 3-0 lead. And we will keep it right here for God Bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you now to please rise and join us in honoring our great country with the singing of God Bless America. Please welcome back Marcus Shelton.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Inning stretch is brought to you by Washington's Lottery and the Department of Imagination. What would you do if you won? 2nd Avenue and Spring Street, downtown Seattle. Not too much traffic. It'll be a lot different tomorrow morning for that rush hour. Good to have you with us here, Mariner Baseball. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew. The Mariners, with a win today, go 5-1 on the homestand. And they'll welcome in the Toronto Blue Jays tomorrow night.
And John Danks still out there. 91 pitches for Danks. They do have some action out into the pen. I'd like to see the Mariners add on now. They scored 3 runs in the 2nd inning. Haven't had much going for them since. Just 2 hits since the 2nd.
Speaking of those Blue Jays, tied at 5-5. Top of the 14th inning.
We'll play 24 innings. We'll play 24 innings, Dave. Blue Jays coming to town tomorrow.
5 hours into that game. Line drive, looking foul, almost. 90 minutes away from matching the Angels in Boston from last night. They went 6.5. 6 hours and 31 minutes to be exact. Kershaw got another win today for the Dodgers. Dodgers beat Milwaukee 5-1. Kershaw takes his record 14-2.
Chris Taylor 2 for 2 today. Scored a run in the 2nd inning. Had a Sun double in the 4th. And you can see he gets his average to an even 400.
Check swing. 3-2. Kershaw with that win. Since May 28th in 13 starts, 11-0 with a 1.16 ERA. Yeah, Dodgers have won all 13 of those starts. Taylor draws a walk. Start the Mariners 7th. Just the 2nd walk issued by Danks. He struck out 1. And Robin Ventura going to make a change. This is veteran lefty gets into the 7th. Gave up 3 runs on 4 hits, 7 men to the plate in the 2nd inning. Take that inning away. He's given up no runs on 2 hits. Here's Robin. He's going to chat for a couple minutes.
97 pitches. 68 of them strikes. You would think that would be about it, but he hasn't asked for the ball yet. And you're going to leave him out there. For the White Sox, they have one left-hander, Eric Surkamp, in their bullpen. A couple of lefties due up here shortly. Ackley and Cano. You have Sucre, the right-hander, then Austin Jackson, Ackley and Cano after that. So maybe he wants him to see if he can work to those guys. The problem he's going to have is Austin Jackson. Jackson 2 for 3, driven in all 3 runs with a double. Bases clearing double.
1 for 2 day with a run scored for Jesus Sucre.
See Gillespie, the 3rd baseman, well in on the grass, expecting a bunt.
Snagged there by Tyler Flowers. Sucre playing in his 8th game since being called up.
Helped him out a little bit. Looked like that pitch was going to be a ball, probably off the plate away, but fouled it off.
Taylor back with no problem. Did have one pickoff today as Dominic Leone picked off Diaza back in the 6th.
I don't think Danks is trying to pick him off. I think he wants to see if Sucre was going to show whether he was bunting again or not. He didn't do anything. And he gets it down. Good job.
Danks throws to Dunn. Sacrifice executed quite nicely by Jesus Sucre, his 2nd of the season.
Now here's a pitch at the top of the strike zone, and Sucre, just get it fair. You don't have to make a perfect bunt. Bat up at the top of the zone. Drops the barrel down on it. You'd like to see that handle down a little bit further, the knob of the bat, but he ends up getting the job done. And that's what matters. That'll give Austin Jackson a chance to drive in another run. Again, he's driven in all 3 runs for the Mariners. 2 for 3 afternoon.
With that 2 for 3 total, he's now .417 hitter against Danks, 20 for 48 against John Danks. One for the Downs.
He had a changeup that he liked and missed it out in front of it a little bit. Danks now at 102 pitches. Well, his eyes will light up when he sees this changeup up in the zone. 81 miles an hour, but still out in front of it. Good look in our McDonald's Supermo.
All 2 strikes. Robin Ventura, 3rd-year manager with the White Sox. Off a terrific career with the White Sox, Mets, Yankees, and Dodgers. 6 Gold Gloves, 2-time All-Star. Interviewing him when he was at Oklahoma State. He had a hitting streak that was, I can't remember the number, but I think it was in the 60s.
I believe that is correct.
Like 66 or something. Runner takes off. Swung on and
he had
foul.
A great jump. Nobody holding him close. Beckham too far away, the second baseman. Ramirez is playing over in the hole at short, so he doesn't have to worry about him.
Robin Ventura's hitting streak, 58 games. 1987, Oklahoma State. Yeah, that seems like yesterday. I remember Mike Breen and I interviewed him about that. 1987. 2-2 to Jackson.
Continues to put up a fight and add to the pitch count of Danks. 106 pitches now.
Jackson is to Danks what you used to be to
Wakefield.
Saw it good, huh?
Look for something up in the zone. Swing and hope for the best. Knuckleballer, Tim Wakefield. He seems the ball well, though. Able to work this count back to full after being down in the count, fouling off a number of pitches. Eric Surkamp, the one lefty I was talking about, up and throwing in the pen for the White Sox now.
Surkamp, the winning pitcher in last night's game, a 2-1 Sox victory. 3-2 pitch, base hit. Taylor getting a wave on. Here's the throw by Diaza. Throw to the plate, not in time. Austin Jackson continues to torment John Danks. He's driven in all 4 Mariner runs. Austin Jackson putting on a show as Taylor scored his second run of the day.
He's able to hit this ball hard, and it is to the left of the third baseman, Gillespie. Taylor just hesitating a little bit, not sure if he was going to catch it or not. But with his speed, still able to score. It was a strong throw by Diaza out in left field, and a good slide by Taylor. What a big run that is for the Mariners. Tyler Flowers, the catcher, going to make a trip out to the mound.
Jackson taking second on the throw.
Mariners 3 for 5 with runners in scoring position this afternoon. And here comes Robin Ventura.
4 runs scored. Morrison scored 1, Taylor 2, Sucre 1, as Austin Jackson putting on a show here at Safeco Field. He's knocked in all 4 runs for the Mariners. They lead at 4-0 back after this pitching change.
Are threatening to score more. Hi everyone, Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. You'll understand if the Toronto Blue Jays are a little bit tuckered tomorrow because they just turned on the lights at Rogers Center for a game that started at 1 o'clock. It is now in the bottom of the 14th, still tied at 5 apiece. The Blue Jays tied the game in the bottom of the 9th. That sent it to extras. So we take a look at what's on the horizon for your Seattle Mariners against the Blue Jays. Felix Hernandez is the first one out against Toronto. He's got his horses going. Then you got Chris Young in game 2 and Asashi Iwakuma versus former Mariner R.A. Dickey in the finale against the Blue Jays. And guys, they just went to the 15th.
Wow. Been there, done that. Last year the Mariners were 3-3 against the Toronto Blue Jays. 1-2 here and 2-1 up at Rogers Center. The year before, the Mariners swept all 3 games here at Safeco Field.
Sir Camp will take over for the White Sox. Pretty good fastball from the left-hander. Also mix in a slider. Mariners with 8 hits and 4 runs, looking to add to that. Ackley 0 for 3 today. He's grounded out all 3 times.
Jackson with the 4 RBIs ties a career best. Did it against Kansas City last year. Jackson now 21 of 49, a .429 batting average against John Danks.
And the White Sox have the shift on. Ramirez playing up the middle. Beckham on the right side, playing him to pull over in the hole.
Four runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Mariners, and no runs, 5 hits, no errors by the White Sox. So the breaking ball went to it for the 3rd time. Ackley takes it almost to the wall as Jackson tags. He's at 3rd with 2 down. Mariners and 100.7 the Wolf. They're combining cleats and cowboy boots for country music night at Safeco Field Tuesday night against the Blue Jays. For only $24, you're going to get a ticket, a t-shirt, and a $10 concession credit, all while enjoying a great soundtrack of country classics for the evening. These specially priced tickets are available only at mariners.com/country.
And it looks like they will put Cano on with a switch hitter Morales waiting on deck.
So Cano potentially passes. This will be his 15th.
No surprise there, especially with the year that he is having.
Absolutely not.
Came into the game hitting .332.
That'll move him or keep him in third place. David Ortiz 19 intentional walks. Victor Martinez 16, pending what they did today. And Cano now 15. Total walks in the season for Cano, it's 47. Ventura coming out again. And he's going to go to the bullpen again. Going to bring in Daniel Webb, a right-hander, back after this. Good day for the Mariners here, 4-0 lead. A great day for Austin Jackson. He's driven in all 4 runs. Bases clearing, double in the second, RBI single here in the 7th inning. Best day as a Mariner, and a lot more of these still to come.
Daniel Webb will take over, 5-3 record, 3.83 ERA. A lot of walks for him, 32 walks in 51 2/3. Opponents hitting just .233 against him. And he will get Morales. Switch hitter will hit left-handed against Webb.
Jackson and Cano, the base runners. Morales today, 3 infield outs. Morales 0 for 2 against Webb. There for strike 1-1.
Mariners 3 for 6 with runners in scoring position this afternoon.
off the end of the bat. Center fielder Jordan Danks makes the catch, but Austin Jackson strikes again. Another RBI. He's driven in all 4 Mariner runs.
We are headed to the 8th inning. The Mariners lead it 4-0 right now. It's time to take a look at our AT&T fan photos of the game, although you don't really want to stop looking at that view. Tweet your photos to hashtag Mariners fan photo for a chance to have it be shown in an upcoming broadcast. That's Kylie hanging out with Dave and friends out in right center field. Guys, let's get it back upstairs to you.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Beautiful, beautiful day here in Seattle. Mariners enjoy a 4-0 lead. Austin Jackson's been the hitting star with knocking in all 4 runs. 3-hit day for him.
Yeah, Tom Wilhelmsen came on, pitched the 7th inning, had a 1-2-3-7. So Lloyd will run him back out, pitch here in the 8th. Nobody throwing in the Mariner pen.
Ramirez started, went 4 1/3. Leon an inning and 2/3. Tom in his 2nd inning of work. Left field, going back Ackley, running out of room, and it's gone. Tyler Flowers on a 1-1 pitch hits his 9th home run, his 40th RBI, and the Sox are on the board. 4-1 Mariners. A 1-1 pitch.
And it looks as if he gets a fastball right in the middle of the plate. Little cutter. It's only bad news with the cutter. Everybody throws a cutter these days, but if you leave it in the middle of the plate, typically it will speed your bat up and the barrel will get to it.
It's definitely a Mariano Rivera inspired generation.
I agree.
Jordan Danks, a couple of base hits to right. The count. As a hitter, you must be feasting on that. Yeah, make that mistake. I got this.
It's a tough pitch if they locate it, but again, if they leave it on the plate, it makes it easy to get the barrel to it because it's typically going to be about 3 miles an hour off of your fastball. And Tom has a good fastball. You can see that one at 95. So it just speeds your bat head up.
fifth strikeout. I think that fifth home run given up by Wilhelmsen. Ackley has this play made. Nominate your favorite plays of the week by tweeting us using the hashtag #FanFave, and be sure to tune in every Sunday during the pregame show as we'll unveil the fan favorites of the week. For official rules, visit rootsports.com. So we come to you above the A at Safeco Field. 1 out in a 4-1 Mariner lead. There's Gordon Beckham. 0 for 2. Ramirez hit a 1-2 count on him, 1 out, a couple of men aboard in the fifth. And Lloyd McClendon said, I've seen enough. Went and got his starting pitcher, brought on Dominic Leone. Got Beckham bounce into a double play.
And that took a bite out of Sucre.
Sure did. Oof.
They hit him right on his throwing hand. I'll take a look at it on McDonald's Supermo, see if we can see where this gets him. Oh, on the point of his shoulder.
It's nice to have the boys around, but it doesn't take the pain away. These cats earn their money behind the dish. That's Wilhelmsen throwing once he outfields. Two balls, one strike to Gordon Beckham, the second baseman for the White Sox.
Medina starting to get loose in the pen for the Mariners.
Green one. Rivas. Using the glove and the glasses again.
That's tough, isn't it?
Sure is.
Routine fly ball, and you just battle it the whole way.
This isn't one of those days you're necessarily saying as a left fielder, hit it to me, hit it to me, hit it to me.
You do. You hope it's on more of the line, the high fly ball. He came in and had to take about 3 or 4 steps back after he found it again. A lot of concentration going into every catch for these outfielders.
Top of the order, Alejandro Diaz. 2 day with a walk.
Try him again.
Had it all the way. Home run by Flowers gets the White Sox on the board. Ackley records all 3 outs in the 8th inning. 4-1 Mariners.
Mariners lead it 4-1. Coming up this week on Mariners All Access, we meet the new guys. Austin Jackson goes one-on-one with me. We learn about his talent for impersonations, how Lloyd McClendon helped him in Detroit, and now he's ready for Safeco Field after playing in Comerica. Chris DeNorfia chats with Brad Adam one-on-one. Not surprisingly, he's happy about not having to face Felix anymore, and we learn about his choice in walk-up music. Plus, Kendrys Morales is back. We reacquaint ourselves with him, chat about the season that Fernando Rodney is having, and we also go one-on-one, guys, with Lou Piniella about everything that's happened this weekend. Back upstairs to you.
Thank you, Angie. Thoroughly enjoyed our time with Lou Piniella. Enjoyed watching him before the luncheon and during the luncheon, and, of course, last night's festivities. Talking about a guy that had a city wrapped around his finger last night. That was
great to see. I wasn't sure. I think the ovation that he had when he came out was about 5 minutes long.
Yeah. Could have just said good night, everybody, right there, and people would have been happy just to see him and wave. And
it was great.
Seager behind Daniel Webb 0-2. Fernando Rodney preparing for the 9th inning. High ball left field for Diaza. Fighting Sun wins the battle. One away in the Mariner 8th. Top of the 16th inning. Detroit 5, Toronto 5. Juan Francisco rounded out the bases loaded to end the 15th, and now the top of the 16th. Detroit has them loaded up. The LOB count mounts.
Let's see if DeNorfia can add to his afternoon. 1 for 3. Had a solid line drive base hit in the left field his last time up.
Just coming over from San Diego last week while the Mariners were in Baltimore. His 5th start since switching leagues. Behind 0-2. That be enough. Let's see. It is. Base hit for Chris DeNorfia. Hits in his last 2 plate appearances, 2 for 4 day, and he got that on 2 strikes.
Well, that'll help your attitude a little bit. Solid line drive base hit his last time up, and now this one gets a slider off the plate away and dumps it into center field for his 2nd base hit.
What the difference between Beckham and Danks? How about Logan Morrison now? He has hit the ball hard 3 times, singled off the right field wall. Hit a bullet up the middle, but Ramirez playing right behind the bag snared that. And then he hit one hard right at Adam Dunn. Leave the yard this time. What the heck?
Get paid off. Why not? Right at him again.
Oh, my goodness. That's cruel. It really is cruel. 9th inning coming up. 4-1 Mariners.
Mariners lead it 4-1. At this point, I am wondering if the Toronto Blue Jays are going to arrive here today or early tomorrow, because they are still playing against the Detroit Tigers. The Tigers had the bases loaded. Torrey Hunter at the dish, and he hits into a double play. So now we're headed to the bottom of the 16th inning, guys. That's where we are between Toronto and Detroit. And how about these numbers for left on base? 15 for the Motor City Kitties, 17 for the Blue Jays. Ouch. Back to you.
Thank you, Randy. I knew the number would be big, but my goodness.
Well, at least in the long game, from listening to that, a lot of guys are getting base hits and getting on base. Just the clutch hits are a problem. So the batting averages aren't hurting too bad. Take a look at Fernando Rodney. 32 saves on the year, 2.27 ERA, 52 strikeouts and 47 2/3. Opponents hitting 230 off of Fernando. Good fastball, 93 to 97 miles an hour, and the great changeup right around 80.
Turn your caps to 10 o'clock with Mr. Rodney on the mound. Fernando, a loser in last night's ball game, gave up 2 hits and a run with a strikeout. Joe Beimel.
Probably just getting some work in.
Yep. Ramirez, Abreu, and Dunn. 2-3-4 here for the White Sox in the 9th. Ramirez 0 for 3. First pitch strike. Native of La Semana in the Dominican Republic, Fernando Rodney. All-star game this year as he gets one by Ramirez, 1-2. Ramirez 2 for 11 against Fernando. His hat is almost at 9 o'clock here. 1-2. 96. Ball 2. Two pitch. Bouncing ball charged by Seager. Barehand can't get it. Base hit.
That took a tough hop on him. Little side spin on the swinging bunt. Kyle thought he was in front of it, was going to use his glove, but then it kicked towards the line. And the last second tried to make an adjustment and backhand or barehand it, and just wasn't able to make the play. Take a look at it. He thinks he's going to have it, and then it'll kick to his right, and he'll have to reach down with his bare hand to try to make the play. Infield hit.
7th hit for Chicago. Brings up Jose Abreu, hit into a double play and struck out twice. Strike 1. Fernando got Abreu on a ground out in Friday night's 9th inning. 4-1 Mariner win. Big challenge here. Abreu, the American League home run, RBI, and slugging leader. Fernando ready. The 0-2. Mariners #1 in pitching in the American League. starters and bullpen.
So far, Rodney's throwing him 3 elevated fastballs. See if he goes with the changeup in the dirt right here. See if he can get him to chase it.
Bouncing ball finds a hole. Base hit. Going to bring the tying run to the plate.
So a couple of weak ground balls turn into 2 base hits.
Adam Dunn 2 for 3. Couple of singles to right. Dunn 0 for 5 against Rodney. Mariners have turned 3 double plays. First, second, and fifth innings. Nobody out. 2 on. Strike 1. Center fielder Austin Jackson back 3-4 steps towards right center for Dunn.
All the outfielders deep. You can see Logan Morrison, the first baseman, right on the line, trying to take the double away.
Takes ball 1. Fernando's ready. 1-1 to Adam Dunn. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fernando came on in last night's 10th inning. Strikeout, single, stolen base, fielder's choice, an error. And Gillespie, an RBI single to right to win it for Chicago. 2-1. Count evens at 2-2. Pitch here, 2-2. Struck him out.
All fastballs until that last pitch. And it's a changeup. Changeup running off the outside corner. Looks like it's going to be on the plate. And look at the movement on it, running off the plate away. Great pitch by Rodney. Set it up with the fastballs earlier in the count. And then the tremendous movement on the changeup. You can see Dunn well out in front. Good look at our McDonald Supermo and the swing by Dunn.
Not out of the woods yet.
Nope.
Power hitting Diane Viciedo. 2 home runs in this series. Both have gone opposite field. Infield hit by Ramirez. Base hit Abreu to right. Strikeout to Dunn. Viciedo 0 for 2 against Fernando.
He challenged him with a couple of good fastballs. That last one, the best fastball he's thrown at 98 miles an hour, right at the top of the strike zone. Tough pitch to catch up with.
Rodney trying to put the wraps on this one. He's 0-2 to Viciedo. Struck him out. And 98 miles an hour. 2 down, 2 on. 9th inning.
Well located, 98 miles an hour. 0-2. You want to make a good pitch, and this pitch just off the inside corner at 98 miles an hour. Ties him up. You can see Sucre set up inside, and he gets it there.
The good feelings here in the ballpark. 27,236 on hand. Connor Gillespie, big RBI last night. Strike one. Up the middle. That'll score Ramirez as Jackson will get it back into Connor Gillespie in back-to-back plate appearances. Has done some damage to Rodney and the Mariners. This one makes it a 4-2 ball game. Gillespie with his 41st RBI.
He gets a fastball. Fastball middle end. They wanted to go away with it. Didn't quite get it there. Jams him some, but hits it in a good spot. Right back up the middle.
That will bring up Tyler Flowers. Leadoff homer in the 8th. Got Chicago on the board. The tying runs are aboard. Abreu at second. Gillespie at first.
Garcia pinch running at first base. So Gillespie out of the game.
Yuri Garcia. Tyler Flowers the hitter. A miss.
Good changeup. He's been starting everybody off with the fastball, but to Flowers, here's the changeup, and he's out in front of it.
Flowers with a base hit against Rodney last night. Here's the 0-1. And he's way out in front. 0-2.
Back-to-back changeups again. Both of them well located down. Fidel Apple maybe just a little bit outside the strike zone.
2 outs and an 0-2 count to Tyler Flowers. A run in here for Chicago in the 9th and a 4-2 Mariner lead. The 0-2 pitch. Missed. 1-2. Meanwhile, Tigers Blue Jays top 17 now in a 5-5 ball game. Trying to get the final out here. Rodney's ready with the 1-2 offering. 2-2. 23 pitches, 17 strikes for Rodney. 6 man he's facing here in the 9th inning. Two pitch. Hit him. Oh my goodness. Bases are loaded.
This is with a changeup. Again, he's had good run on his changeup, but this one gets away from him as it hits Flowers right in the ribs. You can see the circle change grip. And that will bring up Jordan Danks. John Danks, his brother, started the game on the mound. Jordan Danks 2 for 3 this afternoon.
What a spot now. Bases loaded, a 2-run lead. First pitch to Danks. Swing and a miss.
You see the velocity on the fastball going up in this situation. 98 miles an hour.
2 outs and the bases loaded. The 0-1. Way out in front, 0-2. Looking to put him away. He's in position to put this in the books.
After the 98-mile-an-hour fastball, 80-mile-an-hour changeup, and he's going to be way out in front of it. Ball barely gets into your screen.
Fans on their feet here at Safeco Field. Rodney ready with the 0-2 pitch to Jordan Danks. He got him! Struck him out! Shoot that arrow in the sky. Mariners win it 4-2. Austin Jackson knocks in all 4. Rodney survives a scare. Mariners take 3 out of 4 from the Sox and go 5-1 on the homestand.
We'll take a look at the last pitch again. There it is, the circle change. Great look in our McDonald's Supermo. Rodney, one of the best at selling his changeup to get the final strikeout of the game. Mariners off to a great start of the homestand. Dave mentioned 5-1 on the homestand. You have Felix going tomorrow night with the Toronto Blue Jays coming to town.
A lot to feel good about this weekend, to be sure. Let's get pumped up, Blue Jays. Let them play 27. They're in the 17th now. Brett and Bill will keep you updated on that. Boys, time for the postgame show. It's all yours.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Yeah, Toronto.